Good morning, everybody. You join us for episode 2 of all the motorway service stations. It is July the 11th. It is an absolute glorious day. The sun is shining. It's incredibly warm. I'm really looking forward to a good day out at all the various service stations. Say hello to everyone, and how are you?
Hello to everyone, how are you?
So just a little bit of a recap in case you missed our first episode. If you did, I'd suggest go and give it a little watch. We started from Peterborough Services on the A1M, which is close to Auto Shenanigans headquarters. We headed south from there and picked up Bulldog Services further down on the A1M before heading to South Mims, again on the A1M/M25. We then went eastbound on the M25, up the M11 for Birchhanger Services, heading back south down the M11 to pick up the M25 eastbound again, over to Thurrock Services. Across the Dartford Crossing and down the M2? Yes, it was, down the M2 for Medway Services, and then cutting across to the M20 for Maidstone, and finally Folkestone Services. So that was the trip that we did then. Today we are going from Clacket Lane Services on the M25, taking the M23 in for a short while, round to the M3, all the way down towards Southampton and picking up the M27 where Rownhams Services is situated, and that's our final stop for the day. So yeah, I guess we shall see you in 11 miles according to that sign at our first service station stop. We are here. It is our first stop of the day, Clacket Lane Services, which is just off the M25. It opened in 1993 and for a while was probably the largest service station until Folkestone opened. The original name of the service station was going to be Titsy Wood. However, it was changed later on at the last minute to Clacket Lane, allegedly because Road Chef were a little bit worried people wouldn't take the name seriously. During construction, they discovered Roman artifacts on site, which they've actually put in some of the amenity buildings inside in displays. So that's going to be something that we're going to go and see if we can find. So we'll go and have a wander around and yeah, let's have a look. According to our research, we should discover displays of Roman artifacts found when they constructed the service station. I'm not so sure if we're going to find anything. Oh, wait, here we go. What's this? Nestled between the toilets. This is why we came, ladies and gentlemen. So these are our Roman artifacts, all dug out when the service station was constructed. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm navigating my way for coffee number, must be 5 of the day already. It's only about 10 o'clock. That's Clacket Services done, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my refreshments for the next instalment of our trip. I thought those Roman artifacts were certainly quite interesting. So if you're down this way, it's just on the M25. It's basically a free museum and the toilets are right next door, so most convenient. I'm trying to find where it is we parked because I can't remember. Driver for the day. Hello.
Hello.
So today's journey we're going to be doing around 120 miles between Clacket Services and Rownhams. So we're going to be doing, well, we've just done Clacket Services, we're heading to Pease Pottage on the M23. We're then going to come back up the M23, rejoin the M25 and head to Cobham Services. And then we're going to pick up the M3 after that, which will take us to Fleet Services, Winchester Services, and then the final stop for the day is Rownhams, which is down on the M27, not far from Southampton. So for us guys from the home counties, it's a fair old journey today, but so far so good. You all right, mate?
Yeah.
Sure? Didn't sleep a lot yesterday, did you, mate?
No.
It's a shame. Since filming our last episode, we have set up a Twitter account, and it would be absolutely great if you guys could give us a follow. It's down as all the motorway service stations at John Shenanigans, all one word. Please pick us up on there and give us a follow. We'll be posting pictures and basically whatever we find along the way on there. You may only see stuff on Twitter that you don't see in the film, so
exclusive member content.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. So yeah, please pick that up and give us a follow. It'd be great to have you. We've already got Road Chef, Welcome Break, and the other operators working with us on Twitter. I probably will, but they're working with us on Twitter. So I'm hoping that moving forward there's going to be some pretty interesting content to come. We've just come off the M23 and are heading into Pease Pottage services. This is an interesting one because it marks the start of what I think is a little bit of a treasure hunt, because on doing research for this series, I discovered in the 1980s artist David Fisher from Somerset. He sadly passed away in 2013. But in the 1980s, he was commissioned to come up with some large art murals for several of the service stations. They can be pretty large, some as big as sort of 60 foot long, 8 foot high. So I believe Pease Pottage for us is the first of 14 art murals that we're going to find. So that's the mission here, is we're going to go and have a wander around and see if we can find, well, hopefully a beautiful art piece. They are apparently supposed to depict things from the local area or something to do with the service station or something along those lines, but we'll have a walk around, go and see if we can find it and see what the score is. Just got to Pease Pottage services. It looks like there's a little bit of a Fiat meet going on, which is quite interesting. We like cars on this channel. I don't know what the collective noun is for Fiats, a fiasco of Fiats or something, I guess. Right, Pease Pottage services. So the hunt for art piece number 1 of 14 begins. Go down there maybe, that's a good start. Could it be that the art mural is on the exterior? Okay, well, we're going to go outside and see if we can find what we're looking for out there, because it's not in here. Well, that was Pease Pottage services. A little bit disappointing. We didn't find the David Fisher art piece that we were looking for. I guess the services opened in 1993 and it was commissioned in the 80s, so a lot of time has passed. In 2007, it was extended, M&S moved in. I can only assume when that happened, they took the art mural down. Maybe it's gone somewhere else. We're going to move on to the next one now, which is on the M25, Cobham services. So we shall see you there, just finding where the car is, and we'll crack on. But if anybody knows the location of the David Fisher art piece at Pease Pottage, do let us know in the comments. We'll come back and find it, but I couldn't see it at all. All right, back in the car. That is Pease Pottage services done, just off the M23. We're rejoining the same motorway now, heading back up north, where we're going to pick up the M25 and head on to Cobham services. I'm quite pleased. We may have picked up a small treat to have on the way, because it's a little bit of a drive from here to the next one, about 40 minutes or so. He's got no door. You got no door, mate. Oh, he's friendly. Okay, we've just come off the M25 and arrived at Cobham services, which opened in 2012. Whilst there aren't any official figures to speak of. Cobham's considered to be one of the larger service stations and one of the busiest. There's a great website, Motorway Services Online, who provide a resource for everything service related, and it's really helped us with this series. According to those guys, they studied social media traffic, web traffic, etc. So they did some research, and yeah, according to that research, Cobham is pretty much the busiest service station across the whole motorway network. We've just got here, and it looks very busy indeed.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go and have a little wander around. I haven't found any sort of interesting things to find here. There's very little facts available on Cobham services, so we're just going to go have a look around and wing it, I guess. So we're just walking up to Cobham services. As I said, we didn't really find many facts or interesting, quirky things to go and discover here. Right. So instead, thought we'd send Aidan off to go and investigate the gift shop, if there is one, and maybe pick up a nice ornament for us or something like that from the service station. Who knows what we're going to find, but he's going to have a look, and yeah, we'll send you off to do that basically.
Wish me luck.
All right then. All right, Cobham services. Look at the size of this. This is very impressive. Well done, Cobham services. We like this. Trying to social distance in the busy Cobham services is a challenge. Here we are though. The Regis Express Business Lounge. I am not executive nor business enough to be allowed in there. You have to press the buzzer for access, and I suspect I don't know the password and my name is not on the list. It's a very jolly motor car. Okay, so that's Cobham services all done. Might have got a little bit of a shouting at from some of the staff members for filming inside. Sorry about that if you're watching. It's just for a pokey YouTube channel. We sent Aidan off on a mission to the gift shop, if there was one. Was there one?
There was.
There was a gift shop. I'm excited. I've genuinely not seen this.
How about a souvenir ceramic set of a
I'm going to
phone
put the
box?
camera around correctly so I can make sure we can, yes. Fantastic. Wait, what is that? Did you put salt and pepper in it?
I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay. Dig it out.
All right, let's have a look. This is the unboxing. They do unboxings on YouTube, right? Oh, look, it is a salt and pepper shaker. Ta-da!
Wow. Wow. I think you've absolutely exceeded all expectations there. That will go on the dinner table at home if I had one. Where is it next? Now on to the M25, then the M3 for, I think it's Fleet Services next, and I'm very excited for Fleet Services because there's some good stuff there. So we shall see you in a bit. Of a problem. Unfortunately, sat in traffic, we may have overheated slightly. Damn you. We're not sure what's going to happen at this stage, but we'll update you soon. Well, hello. You join us at one of the UK's largest motor factor parts suppliers. We've been sat on this side of the M25 for a little while, just waiting for the beast to cool down. She got a little bit hot in the traffic there, so we've come to get some coolant, etc. I'm going to try and get the car fixed and carry on because that is our dedication to this mission. You're right, fixing things. We have everything we need, so hopefully we'll be back on the road shortly. But for now, we're going to go to the pub for lunch. Well, it's about 3:20 now, and we think we have the car up and running. Well, as you can see, we made it to Fleet Services. Don't seem to be having any further car issues, certainly not at the moment anyway. Who knows what will happen later. Kind of went down the back roads a little bit just to make sure the car was okay, but we picked up the M3 and yeah, as I say, we've made it to Fleet Services. A couple of interesting things about Fleet Services. Opened in 1973, and one thing that I'm particularly keen to explore is the Scot Mills Bridge. In 2016, Radio 1 DJ Scot Mills went on a campaign to see if he could get anything named after himself, and he succeeded, and the bridge which you can't really see from here, was named after him, and yeah, I'm quite keen to go and check that out. I love a service station with a bridge or a walkway linking them, and I think this is the second services with a linkway bridge. So yeah, Scot Mills Bridge coming up soon. Now, after the bridge was named after Scot Mills in 2016, later that year, part of the southbound side of the services suffered a big fire. There was a faulty coffee machine, and some 60% of the building was damaged. Luckily, Scot Mills Bridge was absolutely fine. They've obviously since rebuilt that. I think they completed it in 2018, so there's probably quite a nice new building for us to go and look at. As I mentioned, after the fire damage in 2016, they rebuilt the southbound side, which is the building you see in front of us, because we are indeed on the southbound side. I think I can see a little bit of the Scot Mills Bridge up there, which we'll get to in a moment. I can't reach. You can tell it's a new building. Look at this. This is the stairs and access to, I believe, the Scot Mills Bridge. Now, apparently there is a sign, but I see no confirmation of this yet. So stand by. This is so exciting. We're on the alleged Scot Mills Bridge. Excited?
It's a bridge.
Well, don't know if you can see me all right here, but no signage to confirm the Scot Mills Bridge. We're not doing very well on our little hunt for interesting things. The bridge is certainly here, but I see nothing to confirm it's named after our friend Scott. So if you're watching this, Scot Mills, I think you've been done, mate. We've made it over to the northbound side, crossing the fake Scot Mills Bridge. I'm so disappointed. It's the only reason we came here. Welcome break, you've let me down. I'll be tweeting furiously about this shortly. If you haven't followed the Twitter page, be sure to. All the motorway service stations at John Shenanigans. Okay, fleet services taken care of. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't find the Scot Mills Bridge as promised by several websites online. But that's done. We're going to pick up the M3 again. We're continuing to head south to Winchester services. So far the car is running all good, so I dare say we'll make it there okay, touch wood, but we'll update you shortly with more. Well, we've made it to Winchester services, which opened in 2001, albeit not the cleanest. It's a fairly modern looking building. We're going to go for a wander in. I don't really have many interesting facts for this one, I'm afraid, so we're just going to have a little wander around and see what we can find. Now, over in the corner there, we have the West Cornwall Pasty Company. Now, what's interesting about that is this service station houses one of the first West Cornwall Pasty companies as an actual outlet. Hello, driver.
Hello.
How's the car working?
It's still working.
That's the best we can hope for. Okay, we're just in the car on our way to Rownhams services on the M27, which will make it service station number 6 and our last stop for today. We have made it to Rownhams services just off the M27 westbound side. It is our final stop of the day.
Rownhams opened in roughly 1977. It's a little bit unclear as to when. It does look a little bit 70s pube design, I guess, if that was a thing. The designs of westbound and eastbound are very, very different indeed, apparently. We're not sure. This is what we're here to find out, but it's what I read. And the eastbound, not where we are, we're on the westbound, but on the eastbound side, it's a lot smaller. And looking at the size of the westbound, there's not a lot there, so we'll have to see how that works out. And interestingly, there's no bridge linking the sides, but there is a subway. So apparently we can walk under the motorway to access the other side, which is precisely what we're going to see if we can do. So we'll go for a little wander inside as usual, see if we can find anything of note, and then go for a wander through the subway if we can find it.
I bought you another thing.
Ah, you bought another gift from the gift shop.
Which is an S for shenanigans.
Because this channel's called Auto Shenanigans.
With a London bus and a Big Ben on it. I cheated because I bought this at the same time as the other ones rather than from another services. But there we are. There's another thing.
Well, that commemorates episode 2's almost completion. Tacky as you like. And what have we here, ladies and gentlemen? The promised subway across, or underneath rather, the motorway. Ooh. And having walked through the subway and small garden path, we have arrived at the eastbound side. Which is indeed much smaller. I don't think we're going to go inside because it's pretty much just a fast food restaurant and coffee. And just through there's the petrol station. Great.
Right, so that's all of our service stations done for today. That's 6 in total. That was Rownhams just off the M27 that we were at. That means our total is now up to 14 that we've visited. I've gone the wrong way around the car park. How did we get out here?
Same way we came in, I think.
So that takes our total up to 14. So we've got 79 left to go. Join us in episode 3 next week, where we'll be going from Heston services in the M4 and onwards from there. You'll have to tune in to find out specifically where, but there's a lot of M4 and a lot of M5, I suspect.
Well, hopefully less breaking down. That'll be nice.
Yes, we've learned today that breaking down at the side of the M25 is not a preferred option.
No.
And also, a lot of internet-related facts regarding service stations appear to be out of date, so...
Also true.
Yes, but excellent. Right, well, let's see you then. Don't forget to follow the Twitter. I've been banging on about 1 million times. And
like and subscribe!
we shall see you later on. Take care.